Hello, and we are back. We got to put a satellite into orbit, and we're getting kind of close to it. So we're going to warp right there. 6 minutes away. We're already facing the direction that we need to be facing. We should have enough battery life that we have full control over our satellite, which, yes, we do. Stage only. Let's see, it's 647 Delta V. We have just that much left in this stage. Not bad at all. We're going to speed ourselves up to get there faster. And it'll be slightly over here, actually. Not that big of an issue. We can fix that later. And we begin. And now we just clean it. There we go. We have reached the designated orbit, maintaining stability. Matilda, stability maintained. And that is the launch a satellite contract right there. Pretty easy, if you realize what you need to do. Don't be like me, think that I was correctly doing it, and turns out that they want a retrograde orbit. And that's an extra 112,750. Bing. Now we just leave it. Back to Space Center. If we ever want to, we can do something else with that satellite because there is enough fuel left to do so. What new contracts do we have? How about no? How about yes? Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the Mun. Not bothering to rescue anyone right now. Test the flea booster in flight over Kerbin. That needs to be flying. Scenes Cannery. So we'll do this one because that's going to be some money. Oof. And it gets me more science. Let's take a look here. Did that stuff actually land? Debris. First launch debris still in flight. Unescape, unescape. Out of the sun? Alright. If you think that's an escape trajectory out of the sun, whatever. What's landed? Orbiting, 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 orbiting. Everything is landed. Okay. You're orbiting Kerbin. The star. Nope, nope, you're genuinely orbiting. Why are you on an escape velocity? You're only out to here. Or so you claim. Until you get to there, and do one hell of a maneuver out. Hit that. Unless there's some other... You want me to get a freaking satellite to that orbit? Are you nuts? Back. You better be paying well for that one. Excuse me, sneezing. Okay, we're back. Oh, God. Yay for the mute button when I sneeze, but holy cow. 239,000. Yeah, that's enough money. It'll take freaking years to do. Yeah, I'm going to leave you alone. Too bad there's not like a competing space agency to race. That'd be interesting. So, we got a couple of things we can do. You're going there. Actually. You go back there. You come off. You're going... Oh, damn it, that's a battery. No, why am I doing that? I can use this sucker. I'll keep... I keep doing shit! I see a way to do a couple of missions here. I need fuel. Fuel. There'll be another tank. Get on there. Get on there. You go there. This will be a satellite, but I can use the thermometer to get temperature data. Meanwhile, I've also got to orbit. And this will give me money. So I can get money from that, and I can get money from that, using a system that is already in place. I'm taking these off. I don't have to spend that much money, and that thing is not going to be recovered anyway. So if I do this, I already know this area here achieves orbit. And then this gives me 7,000 delta V for this stuff up here, which will give me more than enough fuel to maneuver around the Mun. Bloody heck, I might actually be able to land the thing on it. And take it back. To that end, structural, do I have utility? Micro landing struts. Yes. There we go. So if we ever decide to land on it, we can. There won't be much on this probe to do in terms of science, but we might be able to get some money from it. Actually, as such, utility, science. I'm going to throw a couple of these things on it. Throw them all on! Just 2. Thank you very much. Why are we missing a solar panel? Problem solved. Solar panel back. Okay. This will be interesting. We're going to need more solar panels. Come to think of it. Utility, solar. Whoops. I'll throw a bunch on there. Ah! Go there. Take you off. Put you like that. Take you. Put you like that. That'll provide enough power. Mark 2. Save. Launch. There. This gives me options in the future, because they're going to want me to do a contract to land something on the Mun. And if I can land this sucker on it, I don't have to launch another dedicated vessel. Thinking ahead. And go. So yeah. That'll be a convenient thing to do. Up we go, up we go, up we go, yay. I like how in the beginning our delta V is just increasing faster than these engines down here burn fuel. burn from up there first. Yep. Yepper. No crew in there. What's that? The crew roster. That can go away. There's nothing in it. What's our apoapsis? Still not very high. Let's start this tilt, actually. Whoa, shit. Launch failure! Launch failure! Whee! I'm gonna leave this. Whatever. This satellite's so happy to be going into orbit that it did a couple of flips. Whoops. So that was not exactly an efficient launch. Not exactly an efficient launch at all. So we're actually going to need to use this to get up there now. Not much of it, thankfully. Woohoo! Well, there's more than one way to get into space. There's definitely more than one way to get into space. Okay, we're almost up there. So, how about them backflips? How about us ending up on the dark side of the planet all the time? For a solar-powered probe. Where are we? We're still climbing. And what does it look like? We do have some horizontal velocity. We didn't lose too much in that flip, thank frick. And we'll warp to right there. Bring this up. Bam. Get a little bit closer to that. And when we get pretty close to it, like within a couple seconds, we full throttle again. Because I like doing it this way. This is the way I got used to doing it. Is it strictly necessary? Nah. The camera changes and lets you know that you've made it, so I want to keep that about 4 seconds out. Not 5, 4. Woo! Zoom out. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. And whatever. Good enough. Alrighty then. So there's the mun. We'll set up this next maneuver. Add maneuver. Throttle. Give me some throttleage. We have ourselves some throttleage. Apparently we need some more. Ah, there we go. Don't need quite so much throttle anymore. Do that much. There. That'll be good. That'll get me at a pretty good altitude around the mun. So what we're going to do is it's kind of right close to there, so we're going to warp to there. It automatically adds it to the alarm, Kerbal alarm clock, which is a very handy thing because I won't miss this mun flyby mark. So I'll know to trigger that eventually. And we end up right here. It needs 858.3 meters a second of burn. We don't have that much delta V in this stage. Not a big issue. Just come back in, hit that, and there we go. Now we got it. Ended up a little bit late. Oh well. Whoops. Wow, this thing spins. I want this to be as close as possible. There we go. Now we can come back and we can get rid of this maneuver node. Ah! There. Now we're going to warp to the mun encounter. It'll be 3 minutes margin. We'll do it automatically so that way we don't have any issues with shooting past it, which we have a lot if we do it manually. Full, half used. I should have put a surface mapper on this probe. We'll have to do that for another satellite. Brilliant. Should have thought about that before. But no, I didn't think of that before. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, I just realized something. Saying, oh yeah, I can bring this thing back. No, I can't. There's no heat shield. I could land it and take off again and probably even send it to Minimus afterwards, but this thing ain't getting back home again. Unless I put it in something. At which point that'll be a disaster. Can you freaking warp any... Woo! Okay, that's faster. Alright. Where's the mun? There it is. We're not quite... There we go, now we're in it. And what I want to do... We're going to add a maneuver here. And it's going to be to slow this sucker down. To get into a very nice orbit, which is right there. That'll be good, so we'll warp to there. We have so much delta V for these maneuvers. Still 4 minutes away. Get to there. You know, one thing that should be on there is like cameras. That'd be an interesting science device. Just put a camera up there. Because there's like no way to take pictures, apparently. Unless that's just something that's assumed. Like I think there should be cameras to put on there to get extra science. I think that'd be a good idea. Cameras. And slow down. At 7 seconds, we full throttle this. We are in orbit. fine-tuning our orbit a little bit. Can do it some more. There we go. Good enough. We're now in orbit, so we have achieved the mission right there. That's another 85,000. And now what we can do to make these other people happy, there should be 2 thermometers, but there isn't. No, there wouldn't be. We log the temperature, and we broadcast it home. Done. And that got us the other contract for 54 grand. There was no actual science with it, but we still made the money, and that's what we intended to do. We have an orbit of between 56 and 80,000 over the Mun, which is really good. We're going to test the gear. That gear does extend below the engine. Brilliant. Okay, so we can land this thing on the Mun very effectively. So, let's go to the Space Center. It'll probably be left on the Mun. What kind of new contracts do we have? Perform temperature scans. No. I could add that anyway. Are you kidding? Return to Kerbin. Okay. Back to the surface of Kerbin. Well, we can't do that. I'll still take the contract, but this sucker isn't going to land. Oh boy, that's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? That thing's not going to be able to come back and land. It isn't going to be able to do that at all. So that's something to think about for the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.